Hi, and welcome to this theater talk for Roundabout Youth Ensemble's summer production Until Tomorrow Comes by Brailyn Abreu. My name is Carissa Cologne. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the marketing director.
My name is Christain, Robles. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the director of this production. We're also members of Roundabout Youth Ensemble, also known as RYE.
RYE is a fun after-school and summer program for New York City public high school students who want to be more immersed in the world of theater.
Exactly. Young artists are trained and mentored by professionals in their field to write, design, and produce an off-Broadway production in Roundabout Theater Company's Black Box. In this theater talk, we're going to talk a little about the play, what has inspired us, and what we're excited for audiences to see. So let's get into it. Until Tomorrow Comes is a new play by Brailyn Abreu about 6 friends in their freshman year of college in the early 80s going through young adulthood during the AIDS epidemic in New York City. The play touches upon religion, chosen family, and identity.
When we spoke to Brailyn about what inspired him, he mentioned the show Pose and the play Angels in America. He also mentioned some of his own personal experiences with faith, religion, and friendships. I understand that you two shared some similar inspirations. Could you expand on that?
Yeah, early on in the process, and I was lucky enough to be in the early process of Brailyn's writing. Brailyn talked a lot, before the casting process and all of that about his inspirations and his vision. That has really helped me do my own research about the time period, about the culture. Films, especially niche queer films, have really helped me get into the mindset of what I want to do as a director. Recently, I've seen The Living End by Gregoraki. It's about 2 HIV positive young men who go on a crime spree around America because they feel as if they have a ticking time bomb inside of them. They feel like time has been robbed from them and they only have such a limited amount of it. It's really personal, it's chaotic, it's a beautiful story. And it's a fictional story with historically accurate relevance and references, and that's what I really love about it. I'm hoping to bring that into the performance,
I completely understand. And from that little synopsis of the movie, it seems like you really can dive deep into the show that we're doing.
Exactly. As young artists, I feel like it's imperative to share that. Share meaningful stories that really resonate, not with just audiences, but with us. We need to work on what we're really proud of.
Yes, as marketing director, I feel inspired by not only the show after I've read it, but just the title of it. Until Tomorrow Comes, it feels like we're waiting for something. Let it be a new day, a buzz, what have you. But I feel like audiences will understand the story and will learn something from it because of how deep Brailyn goes into explaining these characters. When I spoke to the other design teams, we all came to the conclusion that color was of the utmost importance because each character has a very strong personality. We feel as though they complement each other in a way,
Yeah, I completely agree with that. What were your first impressions of the play? The title, the characters, etc.
Well, my first impression of the play was new beginnings, being unapologetically you, and also having your own identity. I also feel like when we look at these characters, we can understand what they were going through because of the actors and how they bring them to life.
I think I really resonate with that. I think I want audiences to take, the first impression I got. I want them to, be shocked, be excited, laugh, cry, because that's exactly what I did.
I completely agree. So, what are you excited for audiences to see when they come see our show?
Well, I think, like you mentioned earlier, the color aspect of it and, the design aspect and how it influences the acting and how it coexists with the acting, just the way everything works together to create the wonderful production. Mm-hmm. What about you?
Well, to bounce off of what you just said, I feel like audiences will be shocked by the immersion that we're creating for our set and for the show. I also feel like audiences will learn that the people who are most close to you in your life will be able to teach you and make you change your aspect on what it means to truly live.
Yeah, I hope that theme, as well as many of the others that are discussed, really resonate with the audience. Before we leave, we want to leave you with a quote. In a 1960 address at Kalamazoo College, American writer, playwright, and activist James Baldwin said, "Love does not begin and end the way we seem to think it does. Love is a battle. Love is a war. Love is a growing up."
That's very beautiful. love is also
Roundabout.
You can find information about our show at roundabouttheater.org. You can also find some behind the scenes and the creative process on the Instagram education at RTC, as well as the TikTok Roundabout NYC. The tickets go live August 1st, and the show dates are August 10th and 11th.
See you at the theater.
Bye!